जय श्री कृष्ण. भीमातीरनिवासाय पंढरीपुरवासिने पांडुरंग प्रकाशाय विठलाय नमो नमः.
Permit me to be a little autobiographical. From my childhood, I have loved the Gita. I didn't understand much. I was a very small child, but I loved the Gita. I used to open the book and look at it. Didn't understand much. I loved the picture of Sri Krishna, the chariot, and Arjuna sitting sad because most of us are sitting sad. We want someone to make us light our face with a smile. I was wondering what was happening. As I started reading the Gita, going to Sanskrit classes in the college, education, I used to talk to my father. My father was Dr. Radhakrishnan's student. You can imagine the caliber of his intelligence. He was all brain, I'm all heart. And that's how we clashed with each other. My mother would call it Jugalbandi. Both of us. He had one verse for Vedanta, he would have one verse for Jnana, and I would have a counter verse for Bhakti. And he would look at me. You are a confirmed Bhakta, he would say. You are a confirmed Bhakta. Sometimes he would question me. And being the only child, I told you, I was his only victim. Nobody to answer his questions. And most of his questions were at dinner time or lunch time. Only three of us sitting like three bears, father, mother and daughter bear. Three of us eating. And he'd say, what do you think, Prema? What is the meaning of this particular line? He loved to call me Premu. That's one word. I don't think anybody calls me by that name thereafter. I'm very nostalgic about that word. Tell me, Premu, what happens on the battlefield? I said, oh God, now 700 verses. What is it that he's having in his mind now? Tell me something new about one of the verses that comes to your mind now. And one day I said to him, Father, Appa, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhya cha. Why does the Lord say that? He asked me, why does he say that? The battle is only 18 days. He should have said, tasmat ashtadasha dineshu mam anusmara yudhya cha. Why did he say, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu? And I told my father, because the outer battle has already been fought by Krishna, the inner battle has to be fought by Arjuna. And that is what he means when he says, think of me and fight the inner battle. You cannot fight it yourself. The inner battle goes on. The inner battle goes on. Day after day you have to make a choice, right or wrong, dharma, adharma, satya, asatya. This battle goes on. And in whose heart? Not in the hearts of the terrorists. Not in the hearts of the antisocial people, not in the minds of those who come to destroy others, but those who are dharma sammuda cheta, those who are afraid of doing the wrong thing. Some people love doing the wrong thing. They have no conscience at all. Their conscience was killed in their cradle. What can you do to them? That is their jiva svabhava. Madhvacharya calls it the jiva svabhava. You can't improve them. But there are some of us who say to do this or not to do this. Make the choice, make the choice, make the choice. And when you're making the choice, you ask the question, am I doing the right thing? Is it a short-term goal or is it a long-term commitment? Am I going to stand by dharma or am I going to hurt somebody in the process? Doesn't matter if I hurt myself, let me not hurt anyone. This is how you make the choice. Arjuna has now to start the inner battle. And that inner battle is a subtle battle. The inner battle is an invisible battle. But the inner battle is a palpable battle. It's a battle to be reckoned with. If you're a sensitive soul, if your conscience struck, you can't proceed. You can't proceed without going into the several subtle points of your thought process, wondering what you should do, how you should do, where you should act, where you should not act, what you should say, what you should not say, whom are you hurting, yourself or others. These are the several questions that arise in your mind when you start looking into yourself. Arjuna, I'm talking of a subtle battle now, sir, a subtle battle. While fighting the outer battle, Arjuna remembers the Lord. He has to naturally efface his ego and become a willing, perfect instrument in the hands of the Lord. But the real enemy is yet to be reckoned with. An inquiring mind, a sensitive soul like Arjuna is asking this question. When does and how does this question of the enemy within arise? It is in the 3rd chapter of the Gita. A new phase of this topic begins now. I went into the temple of Sri Krishna Banke Bihari, and I found sometimes he looked like Radha, sometimes he looked like Krishna. I said he takes on so many forms, and he who accepts the Lord is accepted by him. By the grace of the Lord, you come to this question, a question which each one of us has asked, but few of us have found an answer. The greatness of Arjuna is that he has got all the questions which we want to ask, but he has got the answers from the one who has no confusion. Confused people like us go to more confused people.